You're recognized for 5 minutes.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I want to make clear to my friend, Mr. Gottheimer, that I absolutely condemn the phrase globalize the intifada. So, as I know you do too. Now, to the topic at hand. Mr. Mueller, there you are, okay. I reviewed your firm's August 8th, 2025 report on the most recent shareholder proposal season. It caught my eye that 37 companies received a nearly identical proposal from the same proponent, and that these proposals made up 18% of all successful no-action requests this prior year. These numbers seem absolutely staggering to me, so I want to dig in a little bit more. Can you tell me briefly a little bit about this proponent? For example, what did his proposal ask that each company do 37 times?
Yes, this was an individual named Chris Mueller, no relation. And he submitted 3 different types of proposals, all really addressing a very technical issue about ownership of stock certificates in a certificate form instead of owning them through your bank or brokerage firm.
Was he selling something?
I'm sorry?
Was he advocating on behalf of something?
It was not clear why he was doing this, and he typically owned very little stock.
Yeah, how many shares of each company did the proponent typically own?
In most of them, he only owned 1 or 2 shares.
Yeah, so to be clear, the proponent only had 1 share of each company. This typically would not meet the Rule 14A8 ownership threshold, correct?
That's correct, and you're right that those companies still had to go through all the process that you do.
So given that the proponent did not meet the ownership threshold, did companies ask the proponent to withdraw his proposal? What did he say?
Yes, many of my clients did. We always try to negotiate and engage with the shareholder proponent, and typically his response was, well, if you do what I ask, then I'll withdraw my proposal.
Well, if you do what I ask, wow, sounds like blackmail to me. To your knowledge, did some companies simply cave to his demand to purchase the software that he was pitching?
I'm not aware of any of my clients that did. He did say that some companies did, but I don't.
Some did, okay.
There's no transparency
glad none of
on that.
your clients did, but some certainly have. If it was so clear that his proposal could be excluded, why did companies need to submit no action letters to the SEC? Because they did. And how do proxy advisory firms play a role in this?
Yes, so the proxy advisory firms have, both of them have policies that if a company excludes a shareholder proposal from their proxy statement without having either a court opinion or an SEC no action letter, that they will view that as bad governance regardless of the circumstances, and will recommend votes against the directors.
Well, while this is just one of many examples, it clearly demonstrates, Mr. Chairman, just how broken our shareholder proposal process is. And under this flawed system, companies are often forced to waste valuable time and resources fighting proposals that are irrelevant to the company's bottom line, hurting investors and workers alike. Mr. Mueller, in your firsthand experience dealing with activist proposals and the bureaucratic hurdles that they create, what changes do you think are necessary to fix this system and ensure that investors' interests are put first?
Sure, there's a number of helpful proposals in the legislation, but raising the threshold that a shareholder has to meet. Certainly Mr. Landers has skin in the game, but not all of them do. Eliminating or raising the resubmission thresholds. And really, there's also a problem with just serial proponents. There are shareholder proponents that will drop a proposal at a company every year. It may not be the same proposal, but they're just after some other game.
And I thank you, and I'm sure there's others, and I'd like you to submit them for the record. I'm proud to have my legislation, the Corporate Governance Examination Act, included as one of the bills the committee is considering in this hearing today. It requires the SEC to conduct a study at least every 5 years on the shareholder proposal and proxy processes. And this is then going to make sure that the process doesn't become unnecessarily politicized and will help to inform both Congress and the SEC on changes that might be needed to ensure that we put investors first. I thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I yield back my time.
Gentleman yields back. The gentleman from